Hey there, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and doing this a bit of audio-wise because I want to make sure this stuff works. And, something I've never done before is one of these tier lists, but JoJo sent in a paid request, wanted me to do a tier list on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. I just a bit easier because we're only dealing with, what, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 movies, not 15, not 20, not 30. And tier list is a tier maker. And if anyone wants me to do more of these, let me know if you want a face cam, if you don't want a face cam, if my voice is perfectly fine, or what have you. And if you want to send any pay requests for this, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, I did make up classic A+, solid 8A minus, pretty decent. Should be B plus to B. Meh, as in C, lame, C minus to D plus, bad D to D minus, and garbage F on the F scale. Fuck! I'm coughing because I know what goes there. So what goes in the A? Come on, it's obvious what goes in the A. This goes in the A. Come on. It's the original. It's the classic. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One of the few films that actually scare me. I saw this the first time on cable. Way back in the day. It must have been between 97 to 2002. And I had heard of the film, didn't know what to expect. Well, okay, I don't really get scared of movies, but it had such a documentary, gritty vibe to it. And the way it used the sound design and the creepy score and the way the actors... It did feel like a documentary type of vibe to it. And the fact that it didn't do the typical, when a scare happens, here's a loud musical motif. Like when the guy is standing and the door slides and there's Leatherface, boom, hits the guy in the head. And then the guy seizuring pulls him in and slams that door shut. And you have this weird mix of sound and music. It's not quite music, but sound as well. I'm like, wow, that is creepy. That is scary. Toby Hooper and the crew did a wonderful job. Gunnar Hansen, sadly, a lot of those people involved have passed away. I don't even know who's still alive. Like, Gunnar Hansen passed away. Toby Hooper passed away. Jim Seedow, the cook, passed away long ago. I don't know, is the hitchhiker, is he still around? Marilyn Burns sadly passed away. So, Sally. In the wheelchair, he passed away long ago. But, yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is an absolute classic. One more to be said about that movie. Now, I don't put this in this. Not quite as scary as the first film. It wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be more comedic, and I think Toby Hooper had the right idea. Because there's no way you could have outsteered the original. So go a different way, have a lot more buckets of gore, do much more of a comedic take on it, make it a bit more of a comedy. I mean, the cover itself, the poster, it's like The Breakfast Club. I love Carolyn Williams. Dennis Hopper, I think he's a lot of fun. I'm the Lord of the Harvest. What is that, some new health nut group? Bill Moseley as the character Chop Top. I think a lot of the characters worked well. The score is very creepy. I like the Tom Savini effects. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I know some people feel that Tom Savini dropped the ball on it. I liked it. I mean, yeah, the opening scene when his head gets cut off, if you look from the back, you could tell more so it's a dummy from the back. I think the front was actually a better shot. But it was still fun and charming and gory and that road that goes on forever, the longest bridge in movie history. I love the finale in that weird underground amusement park from hell type of place, which I swear Rob Zombie stole for House of a Thousand Corpses. If I would bet money on it. I just don't like. I The ending seems a bit abrupt to have Caroline swinging the chainsaw. I get where they're going with. Also, I didn't like killing off Dennis Hopper. I wish Dennis Hopper would have just lived. Like, you think, like, there's a grenade, and maybe Lefty throws a grenade and he jumps out of the way. Like, Dennis Hopper, you see the grenade, he's celebrating, sees it, throws it, jumps. You see an explosion, you think he's dead, then he pops up. And I have it be like him and her hug. And Lefty's hurt, Dennis Hopper's hurt because of the explosion, and she's helping carry him along, and they go off into the sunset or sun to the sunrise, go up to the sunrise. Like little bits there, I would have preferred, but overall, I do like the film. I think it's a pretty solid sequel. Now, the third film, I know some people are not going to like this. No, I gotta put it here. Middle of the road. I don't love the film. I don't hate the film. I'm right in the middle of it. It's better than some of this other shit, but it's one of those things where it's not as gory as the second one because they took a lot of the gore out. Thank the ratings, Bob Shea. Because even the uncut version is not truly the uncut version. You'll never see the true uncut version. There is an uncut version advertised and released, but it's not the true uncut version. That version was cut well before, and that footage could never be recovered. So even the uncut version is still a much tamer version compared to like Chainsaw Massacre 2. And it's not nearly as scary as the first film. I like Tay Hodge as the lead. I love Ken Foray, even though I'm glad he survives at the end, but the way he survives is such the biggest bullshit. It's hard for me to swallow. It's hard for me to... It's a big pill to swallow. It's very thin. It's anorexic. Where he got chainsaw to the head, and then he arrives and there's like a paper cut. I get it. He was supposed to die. Audiences didn't like that. I was one of them. But ponying up some cash and reshoot the fight, give Ken Foray like a few more hits on him and maybe like cuts his arm, or you think Leatherface drowned him, or you think he got hit with the chainsaw but then Ken Foray picked up like a log or a piece of branch and like used it as some type of shield. Like something, man. Give me something. Viggo Mortensen, it's cool that he's in there. The rest of the family, like the little girl and the old woman with the weird like voice box thing. I did like the one old guy. The motherfuckers are gonna do this, motherfuckers. Like I said, Tay Hodge is not bad. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad film, but it's not a great film either. Like I said, I go back and forth. I've never hated the film, but it comes off kind of forgettable. I mean, like I said, it's better than a lot of other stuff, but it's not a standout movie of any sort. Not in terms of violence, not in terms of scares, not in terms of suspense. Even the ending, like I said, it's Leatherface gets hit a couple times with a rock. He comes in the end, into the camera while our two leads get away, which is cool. Like I said, I'm glad Ken Foray lives. It just, like I said, I wish it's such a fucking thing where I can't. It bothers me to like not be able to reshoot the scene and make it a little bit more to not take the audience too much of a brain dead fuck. This one, I gotta go with this. Garbage. Part 4, Next Generation, is garbage. F steal a fuck. Garbage. Garbage movie. Garbage film. I mean, part of me is like, I'll put a D minus because of Matthew McConaughey. But even then, I'm like, there's some worse movies, Sally. Matthew McConaughey is actually fun in it, though, at least. Renee Zellweger isn't bad. It's just she's written to be. They wrote her very forgettable. Her acting isn't bad, though. It's just the way she's written. I don't know, D minus and F. Like, if it goes here, it'd be D minus, not D. For damn, this movie sucks. I'll put D minus for D. This movie sucks. But it gets a D minus because Matthew McConaughey is fun to watch. Just like Chop Top is fun to watch in part 2. And Jim Siedow is fun to watch in part 1. Matthew McConaughey is a lot of fun. Renee Zellweger's not doing a bad job, but everything else is such a horrible dog shit. The way they have Leatherface, if this could kill, you would need a chainsaw. So, it's a D minus. The only reason it's not an F is number one because Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger, they're trying to push this shitty script uphill. It is a shitty script, a shitty remake. Still rant worthy. But man, there's some others here I gotta put in the F quality. So it'd be Texas Chainsaw 2003, and you know what? I don't care. That gets a B plus. Because I said B plus to B, that gets a B plus. I'm not big on this. I mean, the score is fine, but it's not nearly as effective of a scare music wise and sound design as the first movie, the original movie. Some of the supporting characters, they're kind of meh, but I do think it has some really stylistic choices when the person shoots themselves in the head and the camera goes through the head and outside of the back window. I think that's a really good looking shot. Andrew Monarski, as much as I don't like him as a person, he didn't do a bad job as Leatherface. He was an intimidating force, but just not a good person. Jennifer Beals, that'd be a different movie. Can you imagine that flash thing? Jennifer Beals. Jessica Biel wasn't that bad as the lead. I thought she did fine. They definitely up in intensity and violence in it compared to some of these other movies, like the Part 3. Arlie Ermy is a very memorable quality to that. It's really just not that bad of a remake. Compared to other remakes, it's really not that bad of a remake. It really isn't. I know it's got that look, but you know what? I'm fine with it because I don't want them to try to have the same look as the original film. It just be looked at as a poser. So it trying to be more like some type of painting. And I think there's some good looking shots by the director. Even the way it ends, I like that she cuts Leatherface's arm off and runs over Arlie Ermy and makes Jessica Biel a badass. So I appreciate that. I remember seeing that at the theater and liking it. And there was a time where it's like outside forces going, you should have liked that. Well, I don't know. Should I like it? And I'm like, no, fuck that. I like what I like and I don't what I don't. And you have the right to do that too. So it's like I said, other than, some of the supporting cast could be a bit more memorable. Like the guy that gets his leg cut off. I can't remember much about him. Some of the other family members, like the one woman, oh my. Or the guy with no legs. I mean, they're there, but they're no Jim Siedow. They're no Bill Moseley or any of that. Like I said, the musical score is a bit lacking. But yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty decent remake. Marcus Nispel didn't do that bad of a job. The prequel, though, it's at least a D minus. Although I rather watch the Next Generation more than Chainsaw Master at the beginning. I really would rather watch it because I could watch Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger. Chainsaw Master at the beginning, I have nothing. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck you. You're garbage. You're fucking garbage. Fucking garbage. There's nothing good about that fucking movie now I think about it. Arlie Ermy, maybe did a D minus for Arlie Ermy, but I could just watch this film. The 2003 film for Arlie Ermy. And it's a prequel, so you know what the fuck's gonna happen. The ending is one of the dumbest endings where Leatherface is, 7 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and somehow gets in the back of this 5-inch car in the back seat and acts like a ninja to cut a fucking woman's head off with a chainsaw. He doesn't cut the head off, to be fair. I don't know why I thought that. That would have been funnier. But no, he maneuvers his 5-foot chainsaw behind the back seat to sneakily turn on the chainsaw and go through the lady while she's driving. How the fuck do you do that? How the hell did he fit in the back seat? How did he maneuver that big ass chainsaw to go right behind her? And how did he do it so silently that she didn't know it was a big old monstrosity, again, with a chainsaw bigger than the car, to stab right through the back and into her chest? And the characters, I dare you to remember any of the good guys, good gals. And everybody dies at the end because it's a prequel. You know how it's going to end. It's one of the reasons why I think prequels are pointless. Fucking garbage movie. This movie, more garbage. Texas Chainsaw 3D is 3 dicks in my face. Fucking garbage film. Garbage. 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 The film's so fucking stupid, it doesn't know what time it is. It doesn't know how to tell time. It doesn't. It doesn't know how to tell fucking time. It doesn't know. How the fuck do you know how to tell time? Fucking stupid. That's number 1. Number 2, characters suck. Leatherface looks stupid with his goddamn red sweater looking like fat Santa Claus. Or he's looking like name should be Billy Bob. We're gonna go out to fuck some pigs today. And that whole thing at the amusement park where he doesn't kill anybody. He just, I'm gonna steer people, and there's a guy with a jigsaw mask. I'm just gonna steer him. Doesn't do shit there. Somehow this family came out of the woodwork to just be there. Where the fuck did all this family come from the first movie? And then the lead girl, she looks at a couple pictures and all of a sudden, yeah, this guy murdered a bunch of my friends. Badly, horribly, with gore. A little bit of gore. But nah, I'm just crazy now. I just flipped the light switch. It's like that Simpsons Halloween. Flip this switch to evil on the Krusty the fucking Clown doll. That's what they did to the girl. Flip the switch. And I'm supposed to feel bad for Leatherface. Do your thing, cuz. Do your dishes. Fuck face. F on F steel. Fuck that movie. Leatherface prequel? I don't remember what the fuck this movie happened. So, I'm gonna put in between. Because it deserves it. It's a fucking meat sandwich. Might as well get in the middle. Get butt fucked by both of these. On TV, Dwayne. All I remember is Steven Dorff's in it. They tried to trick people there's the ugly kid and the pretty kid. I bet you think the ugly kid is going to be Leatherface. No. Because they always try to have a twist when these fucking directors come in, and it was obvious and predictable. And they already did a prequel. They did it in the other fucking prequel. Oh, by the way, it's a prequel, so you know where it's going. You know how it's going to end. Fucking forgettable movie. That's the most forgettable Chainsaw Master film. And then the new one. I still don't know which I hate more, this or this. It's between these two. It's between this one from 3D and the Netflix one. It really is between those two. Because the Netflix one, you bring back the character of Sally Hardesty. It's not the actress, because the actress Marilyn Burns passed away. I believe her name was Marilyn Burns. Could be wrong on that and saying that the whole time. I'm bad with names, folks. I've always been bad with names. But this thing here, the characters trying to put more of a political spin on it, just like every fucking horror film needs to do. About race, Confederate flags, I don't give a shit. Maybe they're big fans of Dukes of Hazzard, I don't care. Mighty Sally Hardesty, a wannabe Halloween 2018 Jamie Lee Curtis, doing stupid stuff like having a gun on Leatherface and talking incessantly, talking repeatedly, and not just pulling the trigger. So it makes her super dumb, super idiotic, super imbecilic, nincompoop, and she gets killed for her stupidity. Bunch of stupid decisions, and people want to give her praise because it got some gore. I don't give a shit. That means nothing to me. Gotta give me more, movie. Characters don't care for. They're unlikable. They're stupid. The fucking ending where the car is like running by itself and Leatherface hitches a ride and take to your head. That's why I was thinking of the head cutting off was this movie. Not the beginning. Not this one. I was thinking of this one. God, what a fucking garbage film. So that's why this franchise is not good. 4 garbage films. One I give is close to this, but I'll give it a D- for Matthew McConaughey's crazy ass. A meh. And 3 films I probably, like this is there, but 3 films I could say I like. Friday 13th, I mean, I could say I like most of them. What else is there? Nightmare on Elm Street franchise I like more. Friday 13th franchise I like more. I'll probably say Halloween franchise I like more. Because I like the first 4. I like H2O. Resurrection I'd rather watch than these. Busta Rhymes. Tree motherfucker. But God, I don't know what to say. Classic, solid, decent, meh. Matthew McConaughey, but damn, this movie sucks. And fucking garbage. 4 garbages, 4 score, and 4 fucks ago. These are your enemy. This is our enemy, these 4 films. They are pieces of trash. There's nothing to defend with these movies. Nothing to defend. I would say this is the worst. Then probably this one. Then this one, then this one. So I would say this is the worst. But Chainsaw 3D is close. It's fucking close. Leatherface is forgettable, and this one just, again, sucks. But with that said, thanks for watching. Thanks once again, JoJo, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.